Okay, so what I've got, let me turn this light on for you guys. This is what it looks like. I've had it all apart, right? So I'll show you how that all comes together and goes apart now. But basically it's in a few parts. Screen at the top there. Let's just show you what that looks like. And don't forget, what you want to do, hit subscribe when you're watching this. It costs you nothing. Bloody phone. All right, okay, here we go. So I've undone the 2 screws which go in the top here, and it pulls up. It's just sitting there now. It goes into the 2 mounts. I got my left hand, come on, at the bottom there and there, and it presses into the mounts either side. Simple plug on the back of it. That one there, it's one of those push it in and pull the lever over Ford Motor Company. So that's the screen. Next, you've got the main binnacle bit here, look. So there's a screw in the top here, it's a Torx bit, T24, another one that side. But don't forget, you've also got the 7 mils going down into the actual CD player itself. So this takes a bit of a jiggle, coming out. See, it pops out from either side with the vents. There you go. Don't pull it too hard though, because it's got a cable. Cable going to the hazards, and a cable going to your control unit. That's your control unit. It is as simple as, see the plug on the back there, push it in, pull the plug out. That's your CD player. Let me just unplug this. Okay, there you go. So we're going to remove this. See, little rails down the side there, pulls out on those. Again, don't pull it too hard. And there your wiring looms at the back there, right? So, I mean, you've got to know how to get the plugs out. I'm not going to tell you how to do that. Be careful when you tuck your wires, because you see what's just happened there? They love to do that, wires. And if somebody is less than vigilant, they'll snag the wires, and especially if someone else has been there before you. Anyone will tell you, twice as hard a job if someone else has already tried before you, right? So there are your first 2 bits. Your third bit, let me go on the other side. The third piece is known as the sync module, or the A-pin. But it's not. It's been hanging, and it's been battered, and, you know, God knows how many ladies the guy's had in this car. I think he's a bit of a ladies' man. Look at that. Love it. Like the headlining. But yeah, so who knows how many high heels have had a kick at this thing. What we're going to do, we're going to just swap this out. Don't know what the hell happened there. So here we go. That's the message I'm getting on the screen. Push the on button. Hey, forward. 1 hour mode. So the forward 1 hour mode is meant for, like, if you leave your kids in here and they're playing with the radio or whatever, you've got your keys on you, it's not going to let it play for more than an hour. So it's not registering the ignition live somewhere along the line, right? And straight away I can hear this down here clicking away. Skip left, skip right. That is all it does until I turn it off. Turn it off. Does that? Nope, nothing. Turn back on. Forward audio. To take it off, right? Here we go. We'll start with this. First off, it's this, your passenger airbag thing. Let me turn the ignition off. So it's the passenger airbag bit under there. You see the back of it has got 2 little feet on it, hooked into the little prongs under there. Simple. So what you want to do, that's your little grab clip there. So this comes out, pops down to start with. That's your first bit. Then you can grab it and start to work these little clips out. Pop, 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 pop. Take the binnacle off. The binnacle was a little bit more tricky. You've got to take, it comes off from here first, and you've got to get nice little trim removal clips all the way around. But this is what it looks like underneath, obviously. It's right way up, that's underneath. It's these little things. And they're designed to push in and then eventually pull out again. So you see they're all facing downwards. the front here, the first bit, the little clips here, plastic clips, don't break them off. And then the binnacle comes off. There's 2 screws, as I mentioned earlier, in the top holding the screen in. Make sure this wire's not like that. I'm going to relocate that now. And then 2 more Torx bits in the top here and here, which I've taken out. Pull them, 2 7mm screws in the top, and this whole thing wiggles free. You see, it pops up, same as the thing. It's scary pulling trim apart, I know, but it does actually go back together nicely, and it's quite satisfying when you get it on, it all clicks back in tight, you see. So I'm going to get this put back together because I've got one of those on, got an 8-pin unit on order, and I'm going to do the water pump now instead. What have we got here then? Let's have a little look. Ooh, looks important. I'll translate that in Mandarin in a minute, but yeah. Oh yeah, that's the, I know what that means. I'm not going to say that because it'll just spoil the surprise, isn't it? Right, okay, now we've got it. We're going to get it all laid out in pieces and see what we've got. Right, this is what it all looks like outside the box. Not the torch is mine. So, it's pretty straightforward by the look of it. This slot here is all reversing camera, and I don't think he's going to be using that, so we can pull that aside. We've got GPS by the look of it, adapter loom, another adapter loom. That one looks like speakers. Mic and yeah, okay, cool. A couple of these data cables, USBs, straight enough. The binnacle unit itself, which has a very simple little hazard and self-locking thing on it. That's fine. Okay, so microphone. See, yeah, handy. They've written instructions on the back of it as well. So yeah, wicked. Thank you for that. Screen, go on and let's do it. Oh, shiny screen, look at that. Okay, I know the people gonna, okay, I know it's gonna absolutely kill people to not finish that, so I'm gonna leave it like that. Ah, okay, that makes it obvious. That's what them little holes are for then. Mic and reset, sure. Okay, so that makes that apparent. That's 2 little pointer thing to go in there. Next job, I'm gonna pull the old one out. I think I showed you that the other day, so we'll get on it. Right, so we got the old one out again for the however many time. I got these 2 plugs here, right? It appears that this one isn't used. It's only got a couple of silly little wires going to the back of it. Either that or they haven't sent the correct loom for the car, right? So we've got all the other bits. We've got a little control for that, for this one, for the binnacle, but not for this one. I think this one only does auxiliary input from down there anyway, but I'm going to have to get a new loom ordered for the lad, like. But I'm still going to fit it and have a little test to see what it actually looks like. Now, looking at this, I've done the thinking work for you. Little 6-pin goes into the bottom there. I was trying for ages to work out where it plugged into the back of here till I realised. Duh. Okay, so we want to check, right, is on here, see 9 to 14 on the bottom there, that's the year Fiesta it is. That's the CAN bus adapter, that is, right? So make sure you got the right make sure you got the right one for the right model car. We're going through it. It's pretty straightforward. Main power plug goes into there. That's the one for the binnacle. You can tell because it's got little holes in the side. That's the main one, main for the plug. This one, we don't use any of these because he hasn't got a subwoofer, he hasn't got a rear view camera, he hasn't got a front camera, he hasn't got video out, doesn't use any of that. These ones down here, they only go in one place, pretty straightforward. USB in the middle, USB in the middle. That one's video out, or video inside, not going to use that anyway, so pretty much redundant except for the main two cables here. I just screwed it in. I noticed I've got a little bit of damage on here, but it is what it is. I'm going to plug it in now and give it a little test, see what it all looks like. Now, got to take these, so this is your control panel previous. You got to take the vents off, look, and attach them to that one. So I just having a look, I don't know if you can see that. Looks like a bunch of these little tabs here I've got to pry up in order to get the vent to come out that way. So that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be fiddly. I'm going to do that first, obviously. And there's no way I can both hold you and do that. So I'm going to have to put you down and come back when I've done it. Right, so I've been faffing around with this for some time now. We'll point them out. So I'm taking the vents out. Yeah, got this one out. Popped it out. Pretty straightforward. Let me show you how to do that. So just screw out the back, these couple of little tabs here, 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 and more importantly, this one at the bottom. See that, right? That is there on the other side, tucked in so it all goes flush, right? Trying to put it on the new bit. I've taken the bottom off it to try and fit it, right? I thought I was being stupid for some time. I mean, might still be being stupid, but that hole at the bottom for that tab, the tab is too fat to go into the hole, right? This is what you get when you buy knockoff stuff. So let's just see, get that in, try and jiggle it. It's just too fat to go in. And I've been trying this for a while now, so I know that that is too fat. If you look at the other one's like wafer thin. Let's see if you can judge that from there. Yeah, compared to that lump. Yeah, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to slowly take this down with sandpaper until it fits properly. And I'd imagine I'm going to have to do the other side as well. So not quite so straightforward as just fitting it. And obviously I'm not going to break anything doing it. It's going to be done properly. So out with the sandpaper. Woohoo. Right, so after a bunch of faffing around, I worked out why it wasn't working. Because it wasn't working for me. It wasn't turning on at all, right? So like, if you have a look at your plug here, the back of it, oh, the light's crap, sorry. This wire here, the red, grey and red one, that's your main live for the CD player, whatever it is, DIN unit. And I wasn't getting any voltage here at all. And tested it, informed the customer that, see the earths on the other side, the two big pins there and there. Yeah, so tested them. I thought it was the earth to start with. Turns out it was voltage. Wasn't getting any 12 volt on here. So I went under here and we checked along the fuse boxes, tested for continuity through the relays. Turns out it was a faulty GEM unit. GEM unit is a general electronics module under there. I won't go into that. But yeah, we've had that replaced and, well, I replaced that. Now I've got good 12 volts at here and it all works fine. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to just tuck these wires so they all come out from the top here. If you see that, because it looks like the wires prefer to go into the top of the back of this unit. So rather than have them all pinch on this bit here, I'm going to tuck them around and go underneath. GPS unit to locate somewhere. This doesn't like to be in a Faraday cage. It doesn't like to have metal all around it. So I'm going to put that up here, right on the top somewhere underneath the binnacle cowling up there, just so it's got the best chance of getting signal. Of course, we're in Wales, so there's no signal anywhere for phones or anything. Best chance is smoke signals or send out some sort of carrier pigeon. But we'll get the GPS set up anyway, so when he does come somewhere with actual signal, he'll be able to use more modern functions of this. But yeah, I'll get it all put back together, clicked in, and I'll find out if I get any difficulties with it. I'll let you know, just so that when you do this, you know how it all goes. But yeah, I'm going to get all that clipped back in now, binnacle unit, everything, and we'll see how it looks afterwards. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Turn on. Yes, there you go. Look at that. Seems happy enough. Ah, no more beeping. Yes. Sure we'll be happy about that. I think that's just because he's got alloys on. Yeah. Seems. Yeah. Well, I had to mute that bit because I can't play any music on YouTube. But it was some mad bloody opera that hit me. That's its go-to. I've only just turned it on. For some reason, it felt like I needed to be serrated with classic opera. Either way, I'm going to get this cowl on properly now while I've got two hands, and we are done. Thank you for watching, guys. And as always, if you like this video, subscribe, and I can keep doing more. And then we can keep learning stuff, and you can keep fitting gas Chinese head units to your Fiestas. Love it.